Legends abound about the greatest, most wise man who ever walked on the earth. Shlomo HaMelech was his name, the great King Solomon, and he wrote a lot, and he ruled a lot, and he built a lot. Amongst his greatest works that survive to this day is the book of Mishle, the book of Proverbs. And in the 12th chapter there, he says, "The wicked shall be overturned, ve'inam, and there'll be no more." And while it seems apparent what the meaning of the text is at first blush, it is deeper. It is deeper because ve'inam really has the idea behind it that it is as if the wicked never existed. Not simply that they just died, but as if they never breathed. They were never here to start with. This is a very powerful construct, especially for us as Jews who remember all the nefarious people who have attacked us in the past, and we say of them, Yimach Shemo, that the name should be erased. That this idea of King Solomon is connected to our Jewish construct, that the name will be utterly obliterated from the earth. Contrast this to, at the end of the Parsha Genesis, Bereshit, that we read last week, there's a man whose name in English is called Enoch, in Hebrew, Chanoch, and it says, at the very end, he walked with God, Ve'inam, Ve'inenu, and he was not. The two words from Proverbs, as well as from the book of Genesis, are the same. The wicked shall be overturned, and they will be as if they were never. And Hanoch walked with God, and was as if he never existed. How do you reconcile those two? How do you walk with God and be considered to be just like the wicked of King Solomon's time? In a sense, the two are connected in one very powerful way. That God says of Hanoch, of Enoch, he's too pure to be walking in this world. Such a great tzaddik was he, and so abused was he by the generations in which he lived, that I will lift him out from his surroundings and bring him up to me, where he can continue to be pure. Because remember, the previous generations leading up to the time of Noah were so utterly consumed with evil that God had it and decided that the world would need to be flooded. And later on, as we approach King Solomon's time, he reminds us that the wicked leave no footprint in the world. Much like Enoch, because we know almost nothing about his life. Why was he so righteous? Why was he so great? We know nothing of him. In some very powerful, compelling sense, these two ideas are very much alike, in that the wicked leave no footprint, and the absolute tzaddik, who does not really make an important impact in the world by their teachings, also leaves no footprint behind, leading us to the understanding that a tzaddik, a righteous person, has a job to do. Their job is to make a difference. Their job is to leave the world in a better condition than they found it, to make sure that the good acts are as powerful and as compelling and done with as much force as those people who have evil intent. Isn't this the way that it always is? People in history who want to do bad things find themselves with such energy and strength and resiliency, it's as if nothing can stop them, nothing can stand in the way. We, the good, need to have such strength too inside of us, that we will let nothing stand in our way in the process of executing the goodness that we can share with the world. This is a great commentary, a Hasidic commentary, that is on the first few words of the Parsha that we read this week, Noah. And Noah was righteous in his generations. His job was to share the goodness of God with the people whom he surrounded himself with. The message is clear. The message is powerful. And the message is one that reverberates throughout the generations. For God says to us time and again, if you're to be my people, you're to be my emissaries, my face in the world. Teach the world to do acts of goodness. Shabbat Shalom.